kwa makini. Ilikuwa Oktoba 52, watu wote tulisikia Kenyatta ameshikwa. Hakushikwa Kenyatta peke yake.
See a pin and pick it up. All the day you'll have good luck. See a pin and let it lie. Bad luck you'll have all the day. That's what people who yearns for success do to stand out like Dr. William Ruto.
And then in 1980, when I was preparing to do Standard 7 exams, CPE, that was called then, I remember very well when I went to do the exams, I was barefoot because
Kenya had just gained its full independence in 1964, and citizens were enjoying the freedom momentum after a long stint of colonial rule by the British government. 2 years later, on 21st December 1966, it is when the so-called teacher of modern politics named Samuel Arap Ruto, baptized William, was born. A son from the humblest background of Mzee Dani Cheriot and Mama Sarah Cheriot in Sambuti village, Kamaguti division, Uasin Gishu County. He attended Kerotet Primary School, where he walked barefoot throughout his primary education, a nature of the village life during those days. He joined Warang Secondary School for O-level education, and it is when he wore his first ever pair of shoes on this planet Earth. He went to Kapsabet Boys High School for advanced levels education, a self-explanatory thing. He was a clever and sharp boy in school. At his tender age, he was a hawker who sold chicken and groundnuts to passengers traveling on the famous North Rift Road, and at the same time sold milk to help cater his father's family needs. He earned himself a direct entry from Kapsabet Boys to University of Nairobi, bachelor's degree in botany and zoology, and graduated in 1990, where he was the best student of his class. 1 year later, he walked down the aisle with Rachel Jebet, an erstwhile girlfriend who had just graduated from Kenyatta University, bachelor's degree in education, and they together sired 6 children. And also, it is in the public domain that Ruto also sired a child with Priska Jemtai Bet by the name Abijah-Rob Ruto. Without waste of time, he enrolled for master's degree in plant ecology in 1991, but took a defer following his recruitment to Youth for Kanu movement, popularly known as YK92.
Tawala Kenya, tawala, tawala Kenya, tawala, Raisi Moi, tawala Kenya.
This was a movement that was formed to make sure that Moi is re-elected as the president in the first multi-party general elections held in Kenya in 1992, led by its chairman Cyrus Jirongo. He enrolled later and graduated in 2011. And never ever giving up, Ruto went for a PhD and graduated last year in 2018, and he is now Dr. William Samuel Arap Ruto. Ruto was a staunch Christian of AIC, and during his studies at UON, he was the chairman of the Christian Union and spent most of his time leading others in spiritual way. One day, the retired second president of Kenya, Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi, visited AIC Church, and fortunately, Ruto was the one conducting a word of prayer. President Moi became interested in his personality, and it is when he discovered Ruto. This is how he joined YK92. And this was the genesis of his long political career in activism. According to allegations made by his mother Sarah, Ruto's family were approached to allow him to seek elective position by the elders in 1992, a request that the family declined because of his young age.
Kaomba ya kwanza tukakataa, kwa maana alikuwa mimi naona huyu bado mdogo na hawezi hii kazi. Sasa hawa anarudi tena nasema ataweza, mpaka tunasema basi.
Just like King David, while young looking after his father's sheep, Prophet Samuel approached his father Jesse. Samuel insisted on David becoming the king. The elders didn't get tired. They made a request for the second time, insisting on Ruto to seek the elective position. The family remained with no choice but give him a go-ahead. See a pin and pick it up. That is what Ruto did. William Samuel Arap Ruto contested for Member of Parliamentary seat of Eldoret North against Ruben Jesire. He vaccinated many residents by winning his first elective position, and the rest is just history. He who sits near the king feeds on the same table meal with the king. His closeness to Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi earned him an assistant minister position in the office of the president in 1998. Ruto remained loyal to his party KANU and even served as party's general secretary in 2002 when the incumbent leader Raila ditched KANU after Moi mentioned Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta as the heir of the throne. Moi promoted him to a Minister of Home Affairs after a short time in August 2002. He went ahead to prove his loyalty by standing side by side with Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta throughout the process of 2002 elections and even seen by his side while Uhuru was conceding defeat after NARC won the election.
Choice of the people, and in particular now concede that Mr. Mwai Kibaki will be the third president of the Republic of Kenya.
In 2006, Ruto publicly announced his aspirations for the top seat in the country come 2007, but his party allies in KANU, including the retired President Moi, condemned him for that decision. The wave of a new constitutional referendum had culminated the country the same year and joined Raila Amolo Odinga to form Orange Movement, and his closeness to Baba Raila Amolo Odinga commenced. At Uhuru Park, in front of anonymous numbers of Kenyans, Ruto resigned the position of KANU party and fled his mother party to ODM. He went ahead and challenged Raila Odinga, Musalia Mudavadi, and Najib Balala for presidential nominations of ODM. Unlike other politicians, after the process and failing to get the ticket, he conceded defeat and swore to support Raila Amolo Odinga in the entire process.
Though they say it is working, we want to fix it. We want to fix it because this country is not secure. From Mount Elgon to Central Province, either you are fighting gorillas or you are fighting Muhidi. That is why we want to fix it.
His tireless efforts during the campaigns gained popularity for Raila Odinga, who was nicknamed Arab Kemei by the Kalenjin community. He garnered enormous support in the Rift Valley region for him, but it ended up in the controversial elections with allegations that the process was not fair and transparent. He did not shun off. He came out and criticized the vice of outshining the contestant Raila Odinga.
I mean, how is that possible? So we are saying as the Orange Democratic Movement that we want the commission to make an announcement on the basis of results that
this round, Mwai Kibaki was hurriedly sworn in the State House, unlike other presidential swearing-in ceremonies. This sparked the impasse, the post-election violence, which was then solved by Kibaki-Raila agreeing on Power-Sharing Act in the Grand Coalition government. William Ruto was appointed the Minister of Agriculture alongside Raila, who was the Prime Minister at the moment. During his reign, he made sure farmers were facilitated with fertilizers during the planting season and provided a ready market for their produce.